Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to anime on Monday, reacting to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood, dub style, episode 7 today. What's going on, Eric?
We're back. It's us. We are the Brotherhood. We're also the Deadly Sins, and we're also the war criminals. So think on that for a while.
I mean, I think the third one you mentioned there that's kind of subjective. Did we really, it's in the eye of the beholder if we really committed any atrocities. I'm just gonna say that I don't think I'm a war criminal.
I feel like a war criminal.
Maybe
I'm gonna
that's
say
what most think. Okay. Now there's 7 deadly sins. Are we both all of them, or do we are we doing like a snake draft type of situation where, like, I call greed and then you get lost?
Do you want to do that real quick?
Yeah. You can go first.
Okay. I am lust number 1 with a bullet.
All right. So you're coming in hot. Even in my example, I gave you lust because I guess I kind of intrinsically knew that's where you would be reaching for.
It is. It was.
You know what the hell? I'm gonna take gluttony. Not that I'm gonna eat people like the gluttony on this show that we've seen, but I'm gonna put away some food and drink. You said you're doing sober weekday January to me just now before we started recording, so that's not gluttonous. I think that's showing restraint. So I'll take that one.
Okay. So if we're snaking, you would go next.
Oh, that's true. Well, I'm gonna back that up with, I'm a pretty prideful man. I'll take pride as well.
That works for me. I was hoping you would leave me open for this. I am gonna take Wrath and Envy back to back.
Oh, did I make a misstep in my drafting strategy? All right, so that's all you get. And then I fall with what's the other one? Greed. So greedy, gluttonous, and prideful. Is that? I mean, I guess they're all supposed to be bad, but it seems like I might have.
I feel really good about my draft. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I got the 3 best sins.
I think Wrath and Envy, that is a good back-to-back. Like, you could really make those work in coordination.
The value, too, at 4 and 5.
Yeah, that's good value. All right, well, maybe next year we'll redraft, or in a few more episodes, because, I don't know if I mean, you had the advantage in getting 4 out of 7, but I gave that to you, so that's fine. Well, on the show, we've only seen 3 so far. We're presuming that there's all 7, because that makes sense. I mean, I've seen the show, so I know that there will be. I don't really think it's a spoiler.
Man, I bet Wrath is going to be so cool.
You think so? And we have seen Envy, who you selected there, which is a shapeshifter in the show here. And we've seen Gluttony, of course, and Lust, so I think that's all we've seen as of yet.
Those are the only ones that I know for sure exist, so if there are more, they were introduced after I quit watching.
Yeah, like we said at the last episode, we're getting close to the point where you stopped watching the show back in the day. Do you think that they will be in this episode, any of those 3?
So, the country doctor, former ex-war criminal...
Dr. Marco.
Shout out to my friend Marco. So, Dr. Marco got killed, I think, by Lust. Got a little button to his story while we were in the bucolic hometown setting. Based on the pattern of this, I think we're gonna get, a minute and a half or so with Lust, Envy, and Greed, where they explain something. Or set us up for the next, big thing, big reveal.
Yeah. Alright, that makes sense. Maybe we'll meet another new character, and then one of them will pop up for a minute with them toward the end of them.
Every new person we meet, either them or Scar, shows up and murders them. So
they wrapped up at least getting their body, not their bodies back, of course, but getting the bodies they had back at least. Ed got his automail fixed, got his leg tuned up, got the new arm. Missing a screw, apparently, we saw in the post-credit scene. So that could come up. We don't know how soon, but it probably will at some point, or they wouldn't have showed that. And then with his arm back, he was able to alchemize L's back for the chunk missing from the suit of armor. So he doesn't have to be in a box anymore like he was with the sheep on the train there. But do you think they'll be back with like Mustang or those guys this time, or?
I forget what the pacing is like here. If they're just gonna like rip back to Central, or if we're gonna have bottle episodes stop along the way.
Honestly, I don't completely remember either. I have a guess, but I don't remember for sure.
Also, this might have been. It's called Hidden Truths,
Okay. Yeah.
and this might have been the last
One that you saw.
episode that I watched.
Okay. Well, I hope it is, because I want it to be completely fresh for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's both things we don't remember, obviously. Like I just said, I don't exactly remember what this one... And what was it called again? I just asked you, but...
Hidden Truths.
Hidden Truth. Was that a movie? Oh, no, it's Hidden Figures. Never mind.
Different.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, well, let's see. Before we hit play on this bad boy and get episode 7 going, one prediction on what a truth might be that's hidden right now.
It's gonna have something to do with the Civil War. It's gonna have something to do... No, it's gonna have something to do with their dad.
Okay. And we did actually learn, not this doesn't have necessarily to do with their dad, but we learned from that doctor that there's something to do with the library in Central that helps with the Philosopher's Stone. So maybe that could be it. Actually, that would be my prediction, even though I've seen it, but I just don't remember. But yeah, let's go ahead and find out these truths. Let's do it.
On their journey to Risenbull.
I forgot that happened. Just gun is a great way to start.
Stone. Moved
Yeah.
by
Tim is apparently his first name. I don't think we learned that last time.
he and Al immediately left for the first branch of the National Central Library.
Immediately left.
Dr. Marco's research! It's all gone!
Ah,
Running the entire place down
libraries.
was easier.
Load up.
There she is.
What you were doing in Central?
Goes research.
God damn, I'm good.
Something had to be done about it. I thought I would come to see how things are progressing in East City. Gluttony?
I smell him. I can smell him. I can taste his stink. Like blood.
Oh yes, down to the last strand of hair.
Brutal.
Alright, so they want Scar dead and gone. There's our guy.
Wait, so they're obviously evil. They're the bad guys. Why are they hunting Scar?
Oh. Well, it might have to do with Ed, because they wanted Ed for some reason. They said they don't
That's
want
right.
Ed dead. They have some purpose for him. Scar's obviously tried to kill Ed already. He's killing all these alchemists, so
Not once since that incident.
that would
with
be
the
my
elevator
main
brothers.
guess as to why.
That's right.
Case has obviously gotten to be too much for Central to handle. I've got a ladder to climb, and this is how it's done. At least until I've assumed the office of Führer, that is.
So Mustang is boldly ambitious.
Yeah.
Reporting in, sir! We've just received word of an explosion occurring on the Marl River.
Was it a gas explosion? With everything else that's been going on around here, who knows?
There's no mistaking it. This was definitely Scar's jacket. Either way, he can't be in good shape after losing this much blood.
And his best jacket.
We need to find hard proof that he's dead. We'll work day and night to clear out this debris. I want his body found.
On, Colonel, can't you cut us some slack? At this rate, you're gonna
You're
work us
on
all
the
to
Winry
death.
plan. Yeah.
Shut up!
Work.
I don't get to relax until I've seen his body.
Looks like you got away.
I didn't get my snack.
Though, I think we can safely assume that Scar will be out of the game for a while. I need to report to Father about everything that's happened here.
I'm sorry, she needs to report to whom?
There's nothing
Father.
left here but ashes.
To what do we owe this pleasure?
You have been ordered to report back to the command center, sir.
For supervision of Edward Elric and his brother, effective immediately.
Very well, is yours.
What is this?
All might not be lost. There's a woman who is well acquainted with the materials in the first brand.
Anything wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. Although, if you don't mind me asking, why are you wearing a suit of armor?
What kind of freaky hobby is that, Lieutenant?
Who are these boys anyway?
Al, it's a lovely view, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous.
Sweating through the suit of
There's gotta be a million of them.
Miss Sheska, are you here?
Good
Brother?
thing they came along.
There's somebody under there!
Myself trapped under a whole mountain of books! Thought I was going to suffocate under there. Thank you so much.
And you worked at the library.
The word itself is so beautiful. I've loved books my whole entire life. But I forgot that I was supposed to be working and all I ever did was read. So they fired me.
That'll happen.
If my poor elderly
She could have used a union too.
But I'm hopeless as long as I live.
So the union can protect people that aren't doing their share of work
There
There was one thing we wanted to ask
reading
you.
books all day.
Doing any research belonging to someone named Tim Marco?
Let's see, Tim Marco.
Yeah, why not?
Where do I know that name? Oh, yes, I'm absolutely positive. There were some handwritten notes stuffed into a bookcase where they didn't belong.
Yeah, but it's too late now. They're nothing but ashes.
Remember everything that was in them? Would that help at all?
There's just no way.
It's just how I am. I'm able to remember the content of any book I've ever read.
She has a thing where you can
That's a D&D feat. That's not a real thing.
There is actually well
Here
let's
you
get
are,
into it
complete
after
copies
the
of all
episode.
Tim Marco's notes. 5 days is a long time to wait, but there was quite a lot to write down.
There are some amazing people in this world.
Come and take a look at them. Written by Tim Marco.
6 cups of rice, 1 carrot, 2 onions.
Part of this made you think it was an important document.
Is it not what you're looking for?
Wonderful. So this was just a wild goose chase?
Then thank you very much. You're incredible. All right, let's get these back to the library. Oh, I almost forgot Sheska's fee. It's my registration number and the pocket watch for ID. And make sure Sheska gets it. Well, Sheska, you're a lifesaver. Bye.
Did he miss a decimal point somewhere? Wow.
How does a boy like that have this kind of money?
Oh, he's so generous.
These are cookbooks. What could they possibly
It's a
have to do with
code.
alchemy?
Alchemy is a powerful art. Search is always encrypted. These are designed to look like recipes to the average
If
person.
they're so heavily encrypted, then how are you going to be able to decipher them?
This genius Edward Elric.
We'll have to use all our alchemical knowledge.
Wow, sir.
There's a section in here on
It
green
is whack
tea.
that you gotta call this kid Sir, this 15-year-old.
Of course.
All right, take a look at this here.
And maybe here too.
Great. Start. Let's do this.
We should ask Dr. Marco about this directly.
No way.
So this is a contest now?
Excuse me? Edward, I was able to move my mother to a better hospital. Deciphering it so far? Was nice to know that even a pathetic mess like me can help out sometimes.
Not a pathetic mess. Think that the kind of dedication you show to reading is a talent all on its own. You should have more faith in yourself.
Lieutenant Colonel Hughes.
Major Armstrong told me you two were here.
I didn't like the way his hand was positioned just then.
Oh, something urgent came up. Sorry.
It's just as well. I've been busy too.
They talked to Colonel
Something's
Hughes
not
like
right.
he's an old friend.
Just how high up are these boys?
Still working on getting the Tucker Chimera situation set. Guess that brings up some unpleasant memories.
Oh yeah, you're the one who saw the unholy dog creature.
As if things weren't bad enough for us already. Big one. All our case records were stored in the stacks at that location, and trying to work without them hasn't been a picnic.
I think I've got exactly the person you guys are looking for.
That's all I needed to hear, lady. You're hired. My office pays well, so don't worry.
Thanks so much! Thank you! Thank you!
Come on now, right to work.
She may not be thanking us for long. Very smooth, little brother. Very smooth.
One I know.
Come up with a new motivational phrase.
They've been at it for 10 days now.
To hell with it!
I was a little worried that they were just gonna let him Mary Sue his way through translating. Oh, okay, they did.
Crack it.
Huh?
We cracked the code and decrypted the notes.
It's a good thing, isn't it?
There's nothing good about this, damn it! It should have been destroyed. Dr. Marco was right. It's evil. The main ingredient for a philosopher's stone
God damn, I'm good.
is human life. In order to manufacture even a single stone, you have to
Or
make
maybe
I
just
could've-
have the
I
memory
could've
thing,
remembered
you
it.
remember it from Washington.
Military authorized research into something so horrible.
No, it was a pretty logical conclusion, I think, based on what we know so far.
Do us a favor. Don't speak to anyone about this. Pretend you never heard any of it.
Oh,
The Elric brothers are holed up in their room again tonight?
Yes.
Fatigue must be catching up to them.
We worked so hard to decipher those notes only to find out that.
It disturbs me too, just thinking about it.
Oh, it was nothing, sir!
Your behavior is most
I
suspicious!
fucking love that guy.
Yeah, he's the best.
Like, him and Lust are the only characters I even like.
You should really get something to eat.
Oh, man.
I kind of like the guy who can make it be fire.
You like, yeah.
I love it.
Calling him that for sure.
You know, Al,
Make it be fire guy.
we try so
Mustang.
hard to grasp the truth, but it always slips away.
Never going to remember that.
It turns out the truth is too dangerous to hold. You know, Al, there's something I've been wanting to tell you for a while. But I guess I've been too afraid to say it.
What?
Elric brothers, I know you're in there, Asia!
I don't think that was evident.
We ignore him, that's what.
How tragic! To think the legend of the Philosopher's Stone is built on such a terrible secret!
It's hard to stay quiet when someone like him asks you.
Often the truth is more cruel than we bargained for.
What is it, brother?
Closely. Maybe you'll find the truth hidden within the truth.
It's the same as with alchemical notes. What you can see on the surface is only a portion of the truth.
Oh my god, with this shit.
There has to be.
You didn't want them to figure it out too easily, right?
I didn't.
We should start with that one. It's the most suspect.
What's this building used for?
It was designed for the 5th laboratory, so it's been classified off limits.
It's there.
Huh? Okay, so?
What was the main ingredient for a Philosopher's Stone?
You said it needed live humans.
Ugh. Officially, they'd be recorded as executed. Look at me like that. I don't like talking about this any more than you.
I wonder if the government is involved.
Involved in something really dangerous here.
That's why we told you to pretend like you'd never
He
heard
did say.
anything.
But once Armstrong pops the shirt off, you can't, you know, you're spilling the guts.
That's his actual alchemical power.
Sir!
And you, Elric
Just
brothers,
taking his
behave
top off.
yourselves.
Yep, pretty much.
I know you two boys. Getting into this building and taking a look around, weren't you? Admit it!
We weren't! Interesting.
That is suspicious. And
The old-fashioned way. Climbing up barbed wire.
Al, you need to wait here.
you're fine on your own?
You're too big to get through here.
66.
What is it, 48?
It looks as if we've got gas.
Oh, these guys.
It's even tighter in here than I thought. I couldn't get through this far if I was regular sized. No! I just
Owning
got myself a
himself.
tiny little pipsqueak! There are lights on. This is it, all right.
It's taking a long time.
Cliffhanger! Lever chop. Doesn't seem like there'd be a bonus scene based on how it ended, but let's make sure. Yeah, okay. Drewz Viewz. You remember from the first time you watched this back?
Yeah. So this episode was absolutely not the last one. Those guys, I may have seen the next episode and maybe the one after that, and then
I think you told me it
I'm
was
done.
in the 8 to 10 range where you stopped, so that makes sense. We'll watch 8 next time. Do you remember then? You kind of remember what happens next time. I mean, even I'm trying to remember exactly. I kind of remember the gist of it, but yeah, we won't need to talk about that too much then.
Seems like they're gonna fight those guys.
Yeah, it seems like it. Well, there's 2 of them. One, they're probably splitting up. One was going after Al outside. Assume Ed will be with the other one inside. So what was it? That was a prison next, or a secret lab next to a prison, where they're making these faux Philosopher's Stones, which require human bodies apparently, or souls, or whatever.
And wicked-looking guards with sinister voices.
Yeah. Well, it seemed like he had a Philosopher's Stone, and the one guy in his, as an eye, basically.
Which is interesting because when they attacked Scar, the first thing Scar saw was Gluttony's red eyes.
Oh, that was this episode also, right? That was just the beginning, yeah. Gluttony did not get the job done. He didn't secure the bag. He didn't secure his meal.
Well, you don't work, you don't eat, you know?
Yeah, that's what happened. Now, you noted something. So they're in the crowd. So the soldiers seem to think Scar is dead. Mustang was not wanting proof. And then, obviously, Lust and Gluttony know he did get escape, even though it sounded like he was pretty injured, because they don't expect him to pop up again soon. And then you noted something that I believe Lust said. you recall.
She referred to their leader or their contact or whatever, their handler, as father.
You think that is just a code name or something, or you think
it's just real fucking interesting after the conversation that we had about fathers last time. It's real fucking interesting.
You're referring to the fact that you think Ed and Al's father is going to turn out to be a villain. They're missing
a villain. Yeah.
By the way, what could lend credence to that theory is I didn't bring this up last time. I just remember now though. In the last episode, when they're looking at pictures, photos on the wall at Granny's house, there was one of the family, but there's another photo over the father's head, so we didn't see what he looks like. So that's suspicious. You think it's someone we've seen already, potentially? And if so, who could that really be, I guess?
Is it? No, that would be stupid. It's not the Fuhrer.
He would have to have changed his appearance, I guess, because obviously Ed and Al have seen him and work for him, essentially. We haven't seen him in a while, though, on the show, though, in a few episodes at least. We didn't see we've been getting a lot of Armstrong these last couple episodes, which I won't.
Lots of Armstrong.
Even last time I brought up how he let the doctor go, along with that, obviously, but this time he's even learning more that the government is covering things up, or there's some conspiracy going on. So it seems like he's getting firmly painted on the side of, or he's essentially on the outside of a lot of this stuff. It seems like he doesn't know he's not in on whatever this plot is.
Yeah. Or is pretending not to. No, but
yeah, or he's doing a good job acting, I guess, yeah.
My heart isn't in that one, just so you know.
But there's two other characters that worked for Armstrong.
Second Lieutenant Ross and Sergeant Broad.
They kind of got roped into this. They had to learn about these truths now too, so this is pretty much above their pay grade, it seems like, but they might be getting involved now, even though they don't not necessarily want to be.
Right.
They're kind of like Rosencrantz, Guildenstern-ish type figures, it seems like.
Yeah, we've gotten two sets of those Guildenstern and Rosencrantz characters. Because we've got like Hawkeye and the guy who came in with his hand in an unfortunate position in this episode. We saw them working for Mustang, and then Armstrong has his own.
Oh yeah, they're like on Mustang's team basically. I mean, Reese's like literally his partner, practically like his like bodyguard
and life partner.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see about that. The other guy is named
Lieutenant Havoc.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm talking about the guy with short hair and glasses.
Oh, Hughes.
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider him. Yeah, he's like more of a main character too, I guess.
Okay.
Fits a different role at least.
They all seem like base bunnies to me.
Maybe, but Hughes is like a desk guy, but he's like a high like those. Like the ones I'm calling Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, they're like, Ed knows, like, Hughes, how high up is he? Like, so Hughes himself must be pretty high up in the military. And it seems like I think Mustang is above him still, but it seems like they're contemporaries essentially, and they're more like on a level, it seems like. And we didn't get a lot of Mustang this time, but he was in there briefly talking about how he wants to be the Fuhrer someday, or maybe someday soon. So he clearly has some goals that we haven't learned of yet. Do you think he is involved at all with this government conspiracy, or is he also on the outside?
Mustang?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, thank you. His actual thank you. Now I know who we're talking about. It wouldn't surprise me if he were some kind of like Batman in this situation, right?
Like a vigilante?
Yeah, more like the kind of person who's just like, I am going to join the evil, corrupt organization because I am the only one who can make it good. That kind of that kind of guy.
To go undercover, essentially, though, or to
like the guy who thinks he can make the government the good guys by becoming the government.
Gotcha.
That's an archetype. I'm not like that's a thing.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, good prediction there. What else from this? Well, I admit it is very convenient that the Sheska character got a lot of burn in this one. Kind of a comedic, obviously, character, but also conveniently could memorize all that stuff that they needed.
Fucking convenient.
It is convenient for her to be in that place. However, I will say it's not unheard of in terms of there are people who do have that type of memory. It's rare, but this actor named Mary Lou Henner, I'm not sure if she's still alive, but she has a thing where she remembers every moment of her life ever, basically.
Well, I know what a photographic memory is, but it's not exactly that, is it?
Well, it's not exactly that, but I guess I'm extrapolating that someone could have this as well, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Guess I'll research that between the next episode to see if specifically everything I'm thinking if you could remember every moment of your life or everything that ever happened to you, and you can remember it on the day it happened, the moment, to the hour, the minute. That's what some of these people have. Maybe
yeah.
It's different, but
I guess now we're splitting hairs on is that actually a thing, or do you just have a good memory? And this show turned it into a superpower, right? It's like in music school. Do you have perfect pitch? Are you a musical genius, or do you just have a well-trained ear and you know what notes are?
So you think there's no such thing as perfect pitch?
I mean, probably someone at some point has had perfect pitch. A lot of people say I have perfect pitch, and what they mean is I listen to a lot of music and I know what notes sound.
Didn't Karen Carpenter have that or something?
Sure.
Anyway,
we've only just begun to touch the surface of this subject.
We've only just begun to bring it on home for this reaction, episode 7. We're getting real close to the part where you jumped off, but this time you'll be staying on. You're gonna be like those ones we were just talking to, the Armstrong's 2 people that are basically Adenau's babysitters now, although they let them get away, get out at night at the end, so they're not doing a good job. But you're like them, or all right, I'll be like Armstrong, and you're what's his name, the blonde guy. You're doing this, no coffee breaks. We're doing this till the end, all 64 episodes, until we find out for sure whether it's a good anime or not.
It's gonna be 3 all-nighters, dog.
The body hasn't been found yet, and don't forget to put that screw in. That didn't come up in this episode, so that's still going to be down the line, apparently.
Not
well, it seems
yet.
like Ed's going to be in a fight soon, so maybe next episode, so maybe it will come up then. Stay tuned to find out about that. Leave comments, let us know how you're liking the show, and until next time, we'll be up out of here. Peace.
Guess we'll get to work then.